Hello everybody, today we are going to learn about a dictionary. It is also a container like a list and tuple, but it holds items a bit different way. We'll soon learn how. But first let's remind ourselves how do we create a list. We use the square brackets. For tuples we use the rounded brackets, and for dictionaries, now we're gonna learn something new, we are using the curly brackets. Okay, now let's name our new dictionary, for example, rooms. And this dictionary is gonna hold rooms. But before I explain you how to insert items inside rooms, well, I would like to tell you what is a dictionary. I know that the age like we have now, most people do not use the physical dictionaries, but it is a book where you can look up very fast the definitions of some things, okay? For example, words, right? You have got there. You can, for example, look up what does a word mean. Like, for example, what does it mean to, for example, cooperate, right? What does it mean? It means that you work with some other people, right? So it is a definition. Definition like that, right? You have got a key and a definition, which is a value. So that's how the dictionary works. You have got their keys, cooperate, and other words like that, and you have got definition, which are values. And that's how dictionaries are working in the Python. Well, you have got a key and you have got a value, and key need to be unique. So you can create a, for example, room number 49, and then you use the colon, and then you use the value. So for example, let's say that I'm spending my time inside the room 49, right? So right now I am the value for this room, and you cannot have two rooms with the same numbers inside the hotel, for example, right? So this is a unique key, and here is a value, my name, right? And surname. Okay, we've just created a dictionary with one key and one value, but of course we can add more rooms. Like, for example, let's say that we have got the room number 69, and let's say that there is gonna be my wife. We're not spending our holidays together because we have argued, for example. And well, we are both in different rooms, right? And when we run the module, we can now access. So how to access elements inside a dictionary? You type the name of the dictionary, then you use the square brackets, and you type the key that you want to access. So for example, 49. As you can see, we have got now for my name and surname here. Rooms 69. As you can see, it works like that. When I do it like that, I'm gonna get entire dictionary. So let's say, for example, that I am leaving, my wife stays, she's not living with me, and I'm gonna update. So in order to update this key with a new value, because there is gonna be a new person, for example, John, sample, and now when we go into rooms, as you can see, I'm no longer at the hotel. My wife left me. Well, I left my wife alone with somebody else. Well, not with somebody else. He's in another room, right? Okay, so that's how you update the value of the key that is inside a dictionary. You type the key and then you type the value that is new. You can also add a new value that way. So if you, for example, want to invent room number 55, just type room number 55, and now you do something like that. And you will notice that we've just created a room number 55 with a person that is called AA. Okay, so, and you should also notice that this 55 is not in here, right? It's here at the end, because, well, it doesn't matter in what order things are put inside the dictionary. Inside the list it matters, inside the tuple it matters, but here in a dictionary it doesn't matter, because these are just keys and values. We can have even different, you know, keys here with different types, for example, like that, right? And this will work fine. You have here a key that is a string, here a key that is a number, and it works fine. What's more, you could even use here a boolean without any problem, and it's also gonna work, okay? That's gonna be okay. You can use any type you want here as a key, but the most important thing is that this key must be unique, okay? What does it mean? It means that if you add another guy at the room 49, for example, John Sample or John S, and we run the module, you will notice that we've just override what was here, right? This must be unique. Otherwise, you just override things. So that's how it works. But of course, you can, you know, have, for example, the same guy in two rooms because he wanted to, he didn't want to have anybody next to him, next to his room, because he's angry, right, at his wife. So for example, somebody for example, let's say that we repeat the value can be easily repeated, right? But keys must be unique, okay? So that's how you can update and add new items. There is also another way to add items. You can use the function which is called update, which updates the dictionary by another dictionary. And you can invent here things like, for example, room number 555, sample, and you can add more than one item at once. So you can use, for example, something like that. And we've just added 2 rooms with 2 different people with weird names. But what if we wanted to remove something from the dictionary? Well, we can use, for example, for it a function which is called del, from delete. And there we can send the name of the dictionary and the key that we want to remove. So for example, we want to remove the 555, right? That Bach. And as you can see, we've just removed that guy. Okay, there is also another way to remove items, and this thing is called pop. In order to pop things from the dictionary, you type rooms and the pop, and then you type the name of key you want to pop. So we want to pop 222. Bam! As you can see, we have got here a value that is assigned to 222, which means that pop not only removes that thing, but also tells you what was there. As you can see, we removed the key 222, but we also got a returned value. When something like that can be used? Well, you can do something like, for example, that rooms, then you can pop, for example, 69, right? Well, not 69, but 69, and you can assign the value that is popped, that is removed, to a variable, and you can reuse it later, right? You can see what was inside the value under the key after removing it, right? You can also use something what is called rooms dot pop item. Let's control plus space pop item. Oh, that's how you write it. And then Bach, as you can see, it removes the last element. So the last element is this guy. And you also this thing returns and tells you what was under that key, but it also says what is the key, but because we didn't put here a key, so we wouldn't know. So we just remove the one guy, and we have got now only me and my wife. You can also check the length, which means length of the dictionary, so how many items, you can count how many items are inside the dictionary. Right now there are 2 of them, and you can clear, which means that you can remove, empty the dictionary.